Welcome ladies and gents to Vicarage Road ahead of today's game against Watford, where Magical Miles will probably be weaving some magic into making Watford a world-class side. But speaking of magic, well, I created a bit of voodoo magic on Michael Bradley. Yes, I did mention last episode that he hasn't been injured. Well, I did manage to give him a minor little injury prior to our one catch-up game. Thankfully, he did recover from his tight groin, I believe it was, which kept him injured for a day or so. So, without further ado, let's catch up on that one catch-up game against Chelsea. So, the only catch-up game here today sees us take on Chelsea. And, well, we put up quite the fight. In fact, I would argue we was the better team in this one. Yes, they did have some breakaway opportunities with the likes of Lukaku in front of goal, but his shooting wasn't that good here today. In fact, it was all Trossard. Trossard got a 13th minute goal thanks to Tues assist, and then Trossard got one on the 61st with Lallana assisting for him there. Unfortunately though, they did steal two late goals. First of all was Lukaku, assisted by Hudson-Odoi, and then Hudson-Odoi again got an assist for Pulisic. That one went across the face of goal. Webster messed up an interception. In fact, he should have just thrown his body at it, got it out of play. Instead he didn't, he let it roll past him and it was just tapped into the net. So we choked the lead, and thus that brings us into today's game. Okay ladies and gents, we've made our way into the team selection screen, and apart from, well, going 2-0 up and effing it up against Chelsea, we've had a couple of other issues as well. Our training was completely messed up. No wonder our Raumdeuters weren't playing very good. I've fixed it all. I'm now doing all the individual training, so everyone is doing the role that they're on the pitch to do in their training, so hopefully that is reflected on how they play in these games. I changed it about a day or so before the Chelsea match to give you some sort of idea when that was corrected. And, well, another issue we've had is a few players have been complaining about lack of game time. First of all, we have Sanchez. Now, Sanchez, it's understandable. He's supposed to be a first choice goalkeeper. If we hover over the top of him, he's down as first choice goalkeeper. I'm not surprised he was complaining, hence why he is starting. I've told him, well, I'll give you the opportunity, but if you don't perform, he's going to get dropped for Karius, because Karius has been performing. He's been a solid player. He's just under that 7 rating average. He's getting about a 6.8, 6.9 for most games. Another couple of players complaining. You might have noticed some changes to our bench. So those are the players who were complaining. So we've got Shane Duffy at first. He is supposed to be a squad player, yet he's complaining about his lack of match time. And then we also have Maupay. Maupay again is down as a squad player, so both of those are asking for loans. I've told them fine, I'll look for a loan for you, hence why I've dropped them off the bench, because I don't want to be reliant on players we're going to have to loan out anyway. So that is our current situation with the squad. As you can see, Lamptey still has a bit of a knock. I could start him, don't want to risk him. I'm going to put him on the bench. I might give him a little bit of game time towards the end. There is an international break coming up before our next game, which I believe is against Leicester. And our next episode, by the way, we are heading to Anfield. And prior to that game, I've got an Old Trafford trip. So it's a difficult couple of games. It's going to be rather difficult in the next one. And I'm probably going to be going into that one with a loss after versing Man U away as well. But our team for today, well, it's Sanchez in goal, a backline of Cusarella, Webster, Dunk and Sarr. Central midfield will be controlled by Bradley and Bissouma. Bissouma, by the way, got called up to Mali, is his country? I believe it's Mali. Got called up for international games. Trossard is on the left-hand side, Lallana on the right, Stan Hugh in between. I just want to call him Stan. I might just change him to Stan. Stan in between and Higuain up front. A bench consisting of Karius, Lamptey, Veltman, Byrne, Fabregas, March, Farias, Mac Alistair, I just want to say Alistair as well, and Welbeck. So that's our bench. Let's crack on with this one. Let's head on into the dressing room. Let's tell the lads exactly what we expect of them here today. Okay, so our assistant is suggesting go out there and impress me, and you know what, that is a reasonable shout. So let's do it with punch fists. I am expecting to win today. Go out there and get the fans some money's worth. We're away from home. So go out there and impress me. Impress me. But more importantly, impress you. Admittedly, not going to have the greatest away support with us here today, but still. So, Thur for them is going to play it back to Thur, and it's with Messina. Messina on this kickoff highlight tries to get straight to King. Instead, Thur is going to intercept it and play it back to Sanchez. Sanchez, of course, returning to the lineup. Will he have a triumphant return, or will he show us that we should have kept in Karius? Leeds, by the way, 1-1 against Chelsea, and again, Chelsea late on. Havertz this time, 82nd minute goal to equalise. They're making hard work of their games, Chelsea, lately. Went 2-0 down to us and managed to pull it back to 2. Went 1-0 down to Leeds and they've just pulled it back 1-1 in the 82nd minute. Bissouma, by the way, running through their defence. Ben Foster, though, will just clutch it. Hoof it away. Bit of a rushed effort there, I think, from Foster. Just kicks it straight to Dunk, and Dunk's going to start an attack up once more. Bradley back to Webster. He finds Bissouma. Bissouma through to Stan. He finds Higuain. Lallana. Lovely ball through to Trossard. This double Raumdeuter is working out great when those two link up like that. It's great. They're just finding those gaps as they're supposed to do. We've got double Thomas Muller going on at the moment, and Trossard is going to whip one in. Now, he was actually set to be taking additional practice on his corners. I don't think he needs it. He's 14. He's a solid corner taker. I would much rather him practice his role and get used to his brand new role that he's going to have to maybe even keep for the entire season. Who knows? Stan forcing an effort from Foster. It could have been more dangerous. Could have put it nearer to the post. But still, plenty of power behind that. Did need pushing away from the net. Now, Dunk collects it. Instead, he nods it on to King. King's intercepted it. Thur now through to Kuko. Kuko is 1-on-1 with Sanchez. I want to say Karius. It's going to be awkward swapping these goalkeepers. I know we're going to have to do one goalkeeper one game, then one goalkeeper the next at this rate. He's going to get happy, then I'm going to do alternate because I'm going to find Karius is better. It's going to be interesting. So, Thur collects this one. I also don't know if Karius has anything in his contract about being recalled. If he can be recalled, I might have to make Sanchez the unhappy one because he is a better goalkeeper. Karius has shown a much more impressive display thus far this season. Although, to be fair, Sanchez, isn't this like his third game? So, he's got a chance to impress. Right now, though, in my mind, he is our second goalkeeper. Even though, contractually, he is not. So, Bissouma plays it back to Bradley. Bradley to Cusarella. Cusarella to Trossard. Trossard, what's he going to do here on this left-hand side? He pulls it over to Bradley. He plays the ball through to Cusarella. Cusarella's found space on this left-hand side. Pulls it back for Bradley once more. He should go inside. Now he does. Bissouma. Bissouma through to Stan. Stan is going to try and turn. He can't, though. Plays it back to Bissouma. He goes back to Bradley. Bradley again. Through ball to Cusarella. Cusarella's found his way into the box now. It's now short to Stan. Stan over to Bradley. Bradley's got a bit of space. He plays it across to Bissouma. He finds Thur in plenty of space on the right-hand side. Now we're stretching them from each by line. Thur's got past his man, in fact. Lovely cross. Higuain. Oh, he can't keep the header down. Unfortunate. The Higuain. Arsenal, by the way, 1-0 down in that game. Didn't quite catch who they was against, but it's a ball away. Thur is going to collect this one. He's going to play it up to Bradley. Interesting. Going back to Dunk. Now Dunk finds Webster on the edge of the centre circle. Bradley up to Stan. Stan, lovely through ball to Thur. Thur whipping across, my friend. Back post, perhaps? No, it's blocked. And Tufan will try and get a counter-attack going as he kicks it up to Thur. Dunk, though, beats him in the air and nods it forward to Stan. Stan treads the ball through to Trossard. Unfortunately, it's cleared away, but Webster gets it on the halfway line. Cusarella tries another one through again, intercepted this time by Dennis the Menace. We are coming so close to getting those breakthrough opportunities. Unfortunately, right now, though, King on the counter-attack, ball through to Thur. Thur, oh, lovely block. I believe that was Dunk who got back for that one. Dennis the Menace now, thankfully, didn't amount to anything, but they do have another highlight here. Dennis the Menace with a free kick, whips it in, back post. It's been blocked again. And they have a corner. Come on, let's get this one away. Away, man, away. Dennis whips it in, middle. Dunk, not no way. And Higuain will try and get a counter-attack going. Does he have the legs for it, though? That is the question. He's not the youngest of players on this pitch. and he did eventually get caught over on that right-hand byline. So, looks like a 0-0 going into half-time, which is not too shabby, but we really need to get off this current drawing streak. We've got a lot of draws here at Brighton in games we've been the worst, and in games we've been the better team. So, yeah, our shots on target, 2 out of 5 at the moment. That's what we need to focus on at this particular moment in time. Trossard on his 6-4. We need a little bit more from you, my friend. Our centre-backs are doing nice and well, and our goalkeeper's doing okay. Go out there and give these fans their money's worth. No, I'm disappointed. We're not creating enough. Exactly. We're not creating enough, lads. You're doing okay at the back, but you need to create more in front of their net. If we're not creating anything in front of their net, we're not going to win the game. It's as simple as that. We might be able to get a draw, but we don't need draws. We've had plenty of draws. Way too many draws, in fact. And Webster has just been fouled. Sir, at least give him a yellow. At least a yellow. No? These refs. Manu, by the way, 2-0 up against Aston Villa. Cusarella will throw it into Trossard. He's going to play it back to Bradley. Bradley, he finds Webster near the halfway line. He's going to run at them. Webster's getting a bit ambitious. Plays it over to Bissouma. He's now found Sarr on this right-hand side. Sarr, what's he going to do with this one? Probably whipping across, although he does have support behind him if he wishes. He goes into the box. Oh, Higgy. Higgy cannot put it away. And Dunk will collect it here in the centre circle. Let's try and build up another attack here, Dunk. He's running over to the right-hand side. Plays it to side. Put Sarr under a bit of pressure there. It wasn't the best of attempts. Webster, though, he can play it over to the left-hand side. Instead, he goes straight up to Bissouma. Bissouma through to Sarr. Sarr finds Lallana. Lallana, what can he do with this one? He pulls it back for Sarr now. Sarr's under a bit of pressure. Whips it in back post. Trossard will collect this. He's got support behind him in Cusarella. Instead, he goes inside to Higuain. And eventually, Watford clear it away. So, Arsenal 1-1 now. They've just got themselves an equaliser. Lallana up to Stan. He finds Sarr. Sarr's found a little bit of space. He's getting close down in this corner flag though. Bissouma gets it over to Webster. Webster turns. Can't get any space though. Bissouma back to Stan. He finds Sarr. Sarr's got a bit of space. It's a nice 1-2 with them two. Sarr whips it in. Back post. It's nowhere near anyone though. Trossard did get back for it. Unfortunately though, he couldn't get a good enough header on it. So, Arsenal 1-1 against Everton. Burnley's losing to Man City 1-0. Bissouma has himself a free kick. Oh, Bissouma! Come on! Yes! That is exactly why PSG was after him. Why he's still got Bayern after him. And why Shakhtar Donetsk and Newcastle also want him as well. What a beautiful free kick. The wall could have been better. He did get it between two heads. But what an effort. What an effort from Bissouma. And that's pushed us up 7th in the league. We're still above Chelsea. Still above Chelsea. Ben Foster, though, kicks it up to King. King now coming down this left-hand side. We've had plenty of opportunities to win games. We've had plenty of leads. That Chelsea game being one of them. We had a 2-0 lead. We know how to throw away games and end up with draws. So let's not do it here today. As, weirdly, we have an American airline advertisement here at Watford. Anyway, Bradley will get the ball, tries to hoof it upfield. It's intercepted though. Cucho, ball over the top to Sarr. Dunk's gone too far forward. It's gone flying over his head. Thankfully, the shot has gone flying over the goal. So, okay, we've got a highlight. I was going to make some subs, but maybe we're going to do something. So maybe we'll wait, see if we get a goal. Sarr. Where's he going to go with this one? He goes through to Stanku. Stanku is going to play it back to Sarr. Sarr now turns, finds Dunk. This doesn't look like the greatest of opportunities, but it could build into something. Sarr goes back to Dunk. Dunk now over to Michael Bradley. He's got it to Webster. Yes, we're going to swap sides now. Cusarella. He's going to play inside to Bradley. Instead, it's intercepted by Dennis. That was an awful attempt of a pass, and it's ball over to Sarr. It was an opportunity. At the wrong end of the pitch. The poor pass from Bradley. The poor pass. We've conceded a lot of goals thanks to our team's poor passes. Webster being one. Bradley's now done it. We need to stop with these bad passes leading to goal scoring opportunities and frankly, practically just gifting them goals. So Higuain's having a decent game. Trossard's having a rough one and he's tired. And the same goes for Stan the Man. So Stan the Man is going to go off. Trossard, of course, is also going to go off. Now, do we use that third and final one? We do have Cusarella, who's having a rough game. We also have Michael Bradley struggling as well. You know what? We will take Bradders off. Bradders can go off. Bissouma can swap across, and Fabregas can come into that central midfield. Manchester United, by the way, top of the league and having a laugh as they're currently 3-0 up against Aston Villa. Everton's just taken the lead against Arsenal 2-1 as well as Manchester City taking a 2-0 lead against Burnley. Now, Sarr to throw it in, gets it to Fabregas. Back to Sarr. What's he going to do with it here on this right-hand side? Goes back to Fabregas. 1-2 again. Farias has got the ball. He's going to pull it back for Webster. Webster from range. Bissouma. We know you can score from range. Maybe not like that, though. Maybe not like that. That was ambitious. That shot was ambitious. Sarr to throw it in now. 4 minutes remain of normal time, plus probably 3 or 4 additional minutes. Sarr whips it in. Webster, oh, is it the side netting? Come on. Let's try and regain this lead, lads. Let's try and regain it. 4 minutes of additional time. Can we do anything in these additional minutes? They might do something. Kiko is going to throw it into Dennis. Dennis back to Kiko. Kiko's got out this corner flag. He's dispossessed, though, by Farias. It's now with Bissouma. Bissouma gets it to Cusarella. Cusarella tries a ball up. He's going to give it straight to their midfielder, though. Messina in central midfield. Thankfully, the whistle goes. And again, we've picked up another draw. I feel like I'm watching Hull City with all these draws, but that's how it goes sometimes. So, Sarr was our best performer with a 7.7. As you can see, our defence was solid. Sanchez only picking up a 6.6, though. I'm looking at you, my friend. Looking at you. Karius would not have had a 6.6. Cusarella, 6.4. You was also disappointing. Lallana, 6.2. Need more from you. Same with Stan on his 6.4 and Bradley, 6.3 and giving away that goal. A hard one to take, but I thank you all for joining us. I hope you all join us for the next one as we, of course, head to Anfield.